I'm Bret, and you're watching Show Me the Mods Week. This week, we're looking at your delightfully cursed creations, so make sure to like this video and check back tomorrow for the next episode. So in no particular order, show me the mods. From Willius, this is my first successful mod I have ever done. That is, to my knowledge, the first mod of its kind, an X-Shot Kickback that I have added an extended barrel, hairpin trigger, and a key ring priming grip. I hate to crush your reality, but yes, this mod style has been around since longer than I've been alive, so I'm going to assume it is not the first of its kind, especially since it's an X-Shot Kickback. Not to take away from your first successful mod, far from it. It seems like you paved the natural path that a lot of people have. Stripping down to the bare bones and adding a key ring, a new barrel secured with tape, that's the classics, baby. I do see the barrel has a screw in it, but the orange sight is duct taped on. And I'm sure this thing still has great performance because the X-Shot stock blasters are usually pretty great. And if you removed any air restrictors or whatnot, then maybe even better. Just be advised with the less sticky duct tape you have propping up the blaster there, because that might come off a little more easily than duct tape. I'm sure you'll learn pretty quickly how effective duct tape is. From Anonomys, I took the piece shown in picture out of the blaster, allowing you to double prime / shotgun. Now I have to hold the priming piece forward in order to fire. I actually didn't do this on purpose. I did this when trying to remove the ratchet on the prime of the Longshot. It's really fun to shotgun a whole mag, well, only 10 darts max. Yes, an internal mod, not too much to see here, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Now you just have to think more about the blaster when using it. And it is fun to shotgun, I will agree with that. And if you really want a shotgun, you can replace the spring, probably the plunger tube, if you want to max out that shotgun effect. I see you also tried to modify the tape on the pink magazine. Now that's a janky mod right there. Daikokuc, LMG project I did that consists of a Firefly and a Dart Zone Dart Storm. Currently runs on stock internals overvolted to 3S. A little more polish on this one, but I'll allow it. I really like this combo. I almost thought that was a Busby Overlord at first in the front, so thank you for specifying that it wasn't. Really nice integration overall, and good painting, good detailing. Like, yeah, this is a fine piece of work. Again, it's a little unjanky, so kind of gets a 1 out of 10 for the jank. But you said the stock internals are overvolted to 3S, so I'm sure the performance is also not lacking on this one. It looks comfy. It looks well done. Yeah, I like it. From Cooper, OneJoltOnly. This is made from random stuff, specifically an X-Shot Hypergel refill tank as the air tank. It shoots Mega XL and kinda N-series darts, and yes, you have to use a syringe to pump up the blaster. It is held together by hot glue. The barrel is from a big X-Shot Hypergel 700 something. It fires by using an air chuck. The seal isn't great, but if you fire it quickly enough, it might work. It also uses one-way valves. I did not expect that a gel hopper would make an appearance here in barbaric fashion. I assume you can carry this around without everything falling apart, or am I wrong? The syringe, the must fire quickly to hopefully work. So many inefficiencies in one creation. Oh, it's beautiful. So glad to hear that it kind of fires N-series. Is that because it just doesn't have a good enough seal and the Mega XL does? You said the barrel is from a big X-Shot Hypergel 700 something. Yeah, I guess I have no idea if that's a good fit or not. It's from a gel line. I think if you carried this around at a game, you'd get questions. And not always the good questions. So, good job? Wistralis foam. What happens when two Ritalinators get trapped in a toxic relationship? The Ritalinator, of course, in its 2-day build glory. Basically, a mag-fed rough cut 2x4 without the slam fire. Excellent description. I feel like I've seen this rear piece before. I assume the piece on the top of the slide connects the two, and then the triggers are linked, barrel extensions as well. Looks really slick overall, even if all those extra pieces look like they might be 3D printed. As far as jank goes, that's not very jank, all things considered, but I do like the overall effectiveness of this, and yeah, I'm sure some people would be like, oh, you gotta actually merge them all together. You can't just put pieces on top and then combine them. You could have also just taped these together and then it would have been extra jank. Seth the Nerfer. Well, as you can clearly see, this was, at some point, a Megalodon. I have since converted it to be slide prime using a flip 16 bolt handle and a random nut I found on the floor. Attachments are not N-Strike compatible, thank you for clarifying, but they do flex just like the real thing. Goodness me. Yeah, I never would have guessed that for the bolts, and honestly, just looking at it, I almost forget, if I didn't have the picture of a Megalodon next to me, that it wasn't originally bolt primed, so seems like that's somewhat effective. The Sledgefire stock, of course, I can identify that, but kind of not a terrible choice for, like, the silhouette. Obviously, the blue clashes a little bit as far as color, and the tape, though, matches perfectly. Oh, for sure. The duct tape is doing its best, I should say. Just like the tape is doing its best at the front with the cosmetic barrels there. I guess those would take a little bit less stress. If you put the stock up against your shoulder, maybe there's a little bit more flex there, and if you hold the front, maybe there's flex there too. Flexy, flexy, all around. Plenty of jank, but I'm sure it works just as good as normal. So, honestly, no harm even done. The silhouette kind of looks pretty cool. Integration modders out there, take notes.